Am I the a-hole for financially screwing over my sister after finding out she's close with my ex and his wife? Usually, I wouldn't take personal advice from strangers online, but everyone in my life seems to think I'm a petty, scorned, bitter woman, which I probably am, and I need objective advice. My ex-husband, currently 43 male, and I, 43 female, were college sweethearts. For me, life felt perfect. I trusted him completely. That's why it was so shocking when I found out he was in love with his much younger colleague. She was around 24 at the time. I won't get into the details of how I found out, but the affair was well known at his workplace. When I confronted him, all he said was, "I'm sorry, I tried really hard not to fall for her." He didn't seem sorry at all. It felt like he wanted me to leave him. So I did. That was 6 years ago. Our son was 4 then, and it was the worst time of my life. I honestly don't know how I got through it, and because I was desperate, I wanted him to fight for me, to fight for our family. But he didn't. He was quick to sign the divorce papers and didn't even fight for custody. It was as if he had started a new life and completely erased the old one. It took years of therapy to feel normal again, to stop checking that woman's social media and comparing myself to her. The fact that she's very pretty and charming didn't help. His family loved her, and as disgusting as it sounds, one of our common friends even said it out loud. I don't support cheating, but I mean, look at her. When I told her about the cheating, I guess that's what everyone was thinking. This one was just stupid enough to voice it out. So I had to cut off that group of friends too. They got married 3 years ago and now have a daughter. A picture-perfect little family. The current arrangement is that our son stays with my ex on weekends and holidays, which works fine for the most part. Last week, I found out my sister, 28 female, has been in touch with my ex all these years. That would have been forgivable since they were close when we were married and she saw him as a brother. But she's actually best friends with his new wife, and she kept it from me for 6 years. I only found out because she left her phone at my house and I saw several texts from the wife. When I asked her about it, she just brushed it off and said it wasn't a big deal. I told her she can do what she wants, but I will be cutting her off completely. I was helping her pay her college loans and going no contact. She called me unreasonable and said I'm being petty and unable to move on from something that happened a long time ago. She also said the wife is a lovely person and a good friend. She said she will be screwed financially speaking, and I told her to go F herself. Somehow my parents agree with her. So, am I the a-hole? Now for the top comments. So your sister only cared to have you pay her loans? That's why she kept it a secret, and that's why you shouldn't feel bad cutting her off. She needs to ask your lovely ex and his wife to foot the bill from here on out. Not the a-hole. I know, she clearly chose a side during the divorce, but pretended to be on mine for the money. Your sister doesn't love you. She doesn't care about your pain. I'm realizing that now. I thought I was done with my share of dealing with betrayals, but guess not. Not the a-hole. Anyone who sides with a cheater is probably a cheater themselves. Maybe your sister can ask your ex and his wife to help instead, seeing as how they are best friends. It's strange, and I honestly don't know what level of pretty privilege this is, but no one seems to care what they did. They see two attractive people and act like that justifies everything. The cheating doesn't matter because they're easy to look at. If nothing else, it made it a lot easier for me to cut a lot of people out of my life. Not the a-hole. Sooner or later, one of those perfect people will cheat again, and you can eat some popcorn while all their friends take sides. I don't doubt that, but honestly, this woman worships my ex. From what I've heard, she pursued him despite knowing he was married, and he didn't resist. He's a despicable human being, and so is she. Hopefully their daughter will realize when she gets older why her dad has nothing to do with his other child and figures out who they really are. Next story. Am I the a-hole for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she ruined my engagement party? I, 28 female, recently got engaged to my fiancé Justin, 30 male, and we couldn't be happier. We decided to throw an engagement party to celebrate with family and friends, and I was really looking forward to it. My sister Aubrey, 25 female, has always been a bit of a wild card. She's the life of the party, but can also be incredibly self-centered. The night of the party, everything started off beautifully. We had a lovely venue, great food, and our closest friends and family were there to celebrate with us. However, things took a turn when Aubrey arrived. She was dressed to the nines, and I could tell she was ready to steal the spotlight. As the night progressed, she started making comments about my fiancé, saying things like, "I hope you know what you're getting into, and you could do so much better." I tried to brush it off, thinking she was just being her usual dramatic self, but then she really crossed the line. During the toast, I stood up to thank everyone for coming and to share how much Justin means to me. Just as I was about to finish, Aubrey stood up and interrupted me. She raised her glass and said, "Here's to my sister settling for less. May your life be filled with mediocrity and regret." The room went silent. I was in shock, and Justin looked equally horrified. I felt my face flush with embarrassment and anger. I quickly sat down, trying to regain my composure, but the damage was done. Guests started whispering, and some even left early. I was devastated. After the toast, I confronted Aubrey in private, hoping to get her to see how hurtful her words were. Instead, she doubled down, saying she was just being honest and that I should be thankful for her tough love. The next day, I was still reeling from the humiliation. I knew I had to make a decision about the wedding guest list, and after discussing it with Justin, we decided not to invite Aubrey. I felt that if she couldn't support me during my engagement, she didn't deserve to be a part of my wedding day. When I told my parents about our decision, my mom was furious. She insisted that I should invite Aubrey to keep peace in the family, claiming that family is everything. My dad was more supportive of my choice, saying that I shouldn't have to tolerate toxic behavior, especially on such an important day. As the wedding planning progressed, Aubrey found out she wasn't invited. She exploded on social media, posting about how I was being a bridezilla and how I was excluding her for no reason. This led to a wave of family members reaching out to me, some siding with her and others supporting my decision. One of my aunts even called me to say that I was being too harsh and that Aubrey just wanted what was best for me. I felt cornered and alone. I thought about reaching out to her to talk things over, but I was afraid it would only lead to more drama. Now, with the wedding just a few weeks away, I'm feeling guilty. A part of me wonders if I should just invite her to avoid further family conflict, but another part of me believes that I deserve to have a day free from negativity. So, am I the a-hole for not inviting my sister to my wedding after she ruined my engagement party? Not the a-hole. I'm a firm believer of actions meet consequences. Don't let guilt trick you into minimizing what she did. That wasn't awkward humor. That was mean. You tried to talk to her afterward and she doubled down. She made her choice, and now you're making yours. She should just be honest and give the sister some tough love. Whoop, there it is. If the sister thought she was just doing the right thing and giving tough love, well, throw that tough love right back in her freaking face and tell her her toast was unacceptable and hurt you both deeply. And since she believes you're making the wrong choice, then she doesn't need to be at your wedding to watch such horrible choices being made. Bottom line, if your own sister just couldn't be happy for you, then she's a drama queen who tried to ruin your moment, and she will not be given the chance to do the same at your wedding. Ruining one event is the limit. Moronic actions have consequences. Inviting her allows her to make more moronic choices. Nope, not today. Stay home with all your stupidity and think about your actions. She is only upset and wants to go so bad so she can pull some BS. Probably object during the ceremony, not the a-hole. Limau, like she's not mad she's missing the wedding. She's mad she won't get a stage to cause drama again. Wouldn't be shocked if she brought a mic to object mid-ceremony LOL. Next story. Am I the a-hole for telling my entire family I don't love them and never will because I'm the affair baby no one wanted around anyway? Okay, so I'm 15 female, and yeah, I know this might get removed or clowned on or whatever, but honestly, I don't care. I just need to get it out somewhere, because apparently I'm the one who took things too far when I was just saying what we were all already thinking. So, my mom cheated on her fiancé with who also happened to be her best friend's husband. Messy as heck and freaking stupid, yeah, but they all stayed together. Like my mom still married her fiancé. Her best friend stayed with the guy who cheated. Then I was born. I guess I was the crappy cherry on top of that disaster. I grew up with my mom, her husband, and their 2 older kids. They had kids before me. My bio dad stayed with his wife and their kids at their house, and both families stayed weirdly blended. It was like a big performance. One big family with this unspoken rule to never bring up the affair that literally created me until I was old enough. But it was very apparent to me that I was not like the rest, even before they decided to tell me the actual story when I was 12-ish. My half-siblings that I grew up with made it real clear I was other. They never hit me or anything, but I got blamed for everything. If something was missing, it was me. If someone was crying, it was probably something I said. My sister once locked me out of the house and told me I should have never been born. I was 7. When I told my mom, she said I probably provoked it out of her, essentially. She never really protected me. She took care of the basics, fed me, gave me clothes, showed up to parent-teacher conferences when she had to, but there was nothing behind it. Like she was doing a job she didn't sign up for and just wanted to clock out. The only time she got emotional with me was when I embarrassed her, or if other people made her talk about me. Their dad, my mom's husband, was similar. He never yelled or hit me, but he never looked at me the way he did his kids. He never smiled at me, never came to my school plays even though he went to all theirs, never took out on little special trips like the others. If I seemingly messed up, I got lectured like I was a criminal. If they did the same thing, it was just a teaching moment. He never called me his daughter, only by my name unless he had to. The other kids, bio dad's side, mostly ignored me. Not mean, just distant. They barely spoke to me unless they had to. One gave me an old hoodie once, and that was as close to kindness as I got. When I was 9-something, I was officially done with everything. We were at a family birthday thing, and one of the older kids dared me to eat a cookie with nuts in it. I said no, because I'm allergic, obviously. So they smeared it on my face as a joke. I had a full-blown reaction. Swollen face, couldn't breathe, ambulance, the whole thing. At the hospital, my mom cried and said I scared her. But when I told her what happened, she just said they didn't mean it like that. The kid got grounded for 1 weekend. Her husband didn't even come to see me. I knew I didn't love them at all anymore right then and refused to act like I did. I gave everybody the bare minimum of affection and interaction, so it didn't backfire on me, and I just sort of treated them like roommates and neighbors I vaguely knew. Fast forward to last weekend. My mom planned a family healing weekend with both sides of the family. Everyone was there, the siblings, the parents, cousins. It was fake smiles and awkward silences. Then one of my mom's older kids made a snide joke about me causing drama just by existing. My mom laughed. Everyone did. So I snapped on them and told them I don't love any of them and never will. That I'm done pretending to give a flying duck about people who only pretend to care about me. That I'm not family to them, and they're not my family either. They all freaked out. My mom cried and begged me to take it back. Her husband told me I was vile, and that he should have put his foot down with me years ago. The other kids screamed at me for spitting in the face of people who gave me a home. Even my bio dad's kids, who usually ignored me, were upset. One of them told me I was acting selfish and cruel. Now I'm grounded. I am typing this out from my old Fire tablet that my mom forgot to take. My half-siblings keep glaring at me whenever we're in the same vicinity, and my mom's husband full-on stared me down while I was eating breakfast this morning. So that's that. Am I the a-hole for saying I don't love them? Now for the top comments. Not the a-hole. Your family sounds genuinely awful. I think you start planning your way out ASAP. Get a job and save up. Then once you find somewhere to go, you pack bags, take all your important documents and go no contact. You deserve better than this. Good luck, OP. I already do odd jobs to save up for college and other stuff. Don't worry. Tell mom that you're done being the sad reminder of her affair and being treated like it was your fault. Tell dad, you should have put your foot down years ago? You mean put your foot down on my neck and put me out of your misery, you mean? What else could you do to treat me like crap? More than you already did. I'm surprised you let me live in your house. Your mother is absolute garbage. So is bio dad. He hasn't bothered to step up for her at all either. Last story. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my boyfriend because of a TikTok prank? I am 21 female and my boyfriend is 19 male, soon to be 20. We had been together for 7 months. My boyfriend is a TikToker and has over 100,000 followers. He does prank videos and basically harasses people in public. I didn't know any of this until shortly before my decision to leave him because he simply never told me. I found out after he decided to prank me. I have a huge fear of spiders and most people are afraid of them in some form, but for me it is a lot more severe. I get panic attacks if I see one. A couple days ago, my boyfriend thought it would be funny to put a large fake spider in the toilet. I wasn't aware there were cameras hidden in the bathroom. As soon as I opened the lid, I saw it and screamed, ran out, slipped on the ground and sprained my ankle. He just walked in laughing. He brought me to the clinic after some convincing, and my foot really was sprained but not badly. Afterwards, he told me about his TikTok, and after I looked, I was shocked. He didn't tell me this in the 7 months of dating him. I asked him not to post the video, but he still did, so I reported it. Still hasn't been taken down. I decided to break up with him, giving him 2 weeks to pack his stuff. I told my family and they think I am overreacting a bit. I honestly am starting to feel like I am. My ankle is still really hard to walk on. Not the a-hole. This prank BS is so awful. Jokes and pranks are only fun if everyone is having fun. This is just straight up torment. You can goof around with your partner without being mean. Yep. Pranks shouldn't leave someone hurt or humiliated. If one person's laughing and the other's crying, it's not a joke. My favorite quote on practical jokes has always been, "The goal of a fine prankster should always be to confuse and ideally amuse, but never ever to abuse." I hope you press charges for him having cameras in the bathroom. That puts him in the sex offender category. He's an abuser, TikToks or no. Always leave abusers the first time you encounter abuse. Oh yeah, non-consenting video footage in a private space, filming a prank that ends in personal injury? This dude is lucky if OP only breaks up with him. This is deserving of legal action, both criminal and civil. OP deserves a payout, and the ex deserves criminal charges.